Good morning. Happy Tuesday. So about 30 minutes before I have to sit down and clock in for the day. So I am way ahead of schedule. I have done everything on my list. Today was bathrooms. So I already touched up both the bathrooms. Only had to empty the trash in one of them. Just wiped everything down. But yeah, this whole new cleaning schedule, I have a feeling is going to be really good, because even if I was having to leave for work, I would be done right now. Like, I could be out the door, which would be in about like 10 minutes that I would have to be out the door. So I know I can make this work even when everything goes to normal, hopefully sooner than later. You have to be positive, y'all. But I think this is going to work. So I think this is good. I can get myself into this routine. My goal is to have all the stuff done before what would be my commute time. And then that way I can carry on with my day as normal. So I feel really good. I just did a 10-minute workout today. My neck, I can like barely move it that way. I think I slept on it wrong. And I think what it is I'm sitting up in bed reading, and I think I may like be sitting like weird or something. I don't know. But so I just did a 10-minute workout. I didn't do anything really strenuous. I just did one of the, what is it called? Like tone something. I don't remember. Anyway, it's a 10-minute workout program on Daily Burn. So I'm having my first cup of coffee. I made a pot of coffee again. What I did, I had a little bit left over from the pot yesterday that I made, and I put it in the refrigerator. So today I'll have iced coffee for a cup of coffee later. But I used some of this super creamer in hazelnut, and look what I found. So yesterday, it's so funny that I was watching Erin's video yesterday, or her video from yesterday. And she had made that coffee, that one that we're seeing all over Instagram, and I guess it came from TikTok, which I have TikTok downloaded, but I have not really looked at it too much. But then I saw that Joe Duff did the coffee. I'm talking about the Delgano? I don't know what it's called. But anyway, I'm sure you guys have all seen it. But Joe Duff did a recipe video on it, so I'm going to try his, because I dug up. It's funny because I went yesterday to try to find some instant coffee because I was picking up bread. So I just was running into Dollar General and running out. Like, I didn't want to do any major, like, anything else, any other shopping. So I was just running in there, and they did not have any instant coffee. And I was telling Erin on the comment in her video that I know I have some somewhere. And I went in my garage pantry, and yes, at the bottom of my coffee stash, my tea stash actually, I found this. So this is espresso instant coffee. So I'm going to try that. It's either today or tomorrow, but it'll be in a video. I'll show you guys what it ends up looking like. I think I have seen more fails than successes, so I'm just going to try it and just see what happens. So I don't know if it'll be in this video or if it'll be in tomorrow's video, but I did dig this up, so I'm going to check that out. But anyway, I'm just having my regular cup of coffee right now, and I think I'm going to go do some Facebook group stuff. If you are not part of my Facebook group and you're on Facebook, then check it out. I will put the thing right here, and I'll have it linked down below. So check that out. It's just a small little group, but it's a safe group if you want to talk about anything. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna go do that and watch a couple of videos, and then I will start work for the day. I don't think I'm gonna eat anything. I'm not hungry at all. So if I feel like eating anything, then I'll do that. Oh, and before I forget, tonight's dinner is a new recipe. It's called Chile Relleno Casserole. So I will show you guys in this video how to put that together. Okay, so it's about 9 o'clock, and I'm feeling kind of snacky, but I don't want to make like a full breakfast. So I'm just going to have some of these Blue Diamond almonds. These things are absolutely amazing. I'm just going to have one serving, which is 28 nuts, 28 grams. And they are 2 net carbs. So I cannot wait. And then I'm going to have some tea because I am really cold all of a sudden. So I'm going to have some of this mango passion fruit tea. It is super good. So I already had a second cup of coffee as well, which I did not show you because I was working. Lunch today, I'm going to make some nachos. So I'm using some of the Quest tortilla style protein chips. I have some roast beef left over from dinner last night. Put that on there, avocado, some green onion, and some cheese. I will show you what it looks like when it's all done. My nachos are all done. Look how good that looks with that roast beef, and yum, yum, yum. Again, I used these chips. So good. We're going to go ahead and get dinner started. So I'm going to be making the chili relleno casserole. This is a new recipe. I will have it linked down below. I'm not going to tell you the measurements in this because I halved the recipe, and so it might just get confusing. So in my little bowl here, I have some coconut flour and some baking soda. I'm going to mix that around. It did have an optional ingredient of cream of tartar. I think that's how you say it, but I didn't want to have to dig it out, and it said optional, so I didn't worry about it. In this next bowl here, we have our ground beef. So to the ground beef, we're adding in some salsa, and I tried to get really chunky salsa because it's kind of what it said in the recipe, if I remember right. So I just have some salsa here, and then also adding in some tomato paste, and then some diced green chilies. And I just did, you can do mild or hot, however you want it. And then the spices you're going to add in, we're going to add in some oregano, some cumin, some garlic powder, some onion powder, and some salt and pepper. Now, I added the garlic powder and onion powder. It was not part of the original recipe, but I always add those two spices to pretty much everything that I make. So then we're going to go ahead and mix this around really well. After we add in some apple cider vinegar. I forgot the apple cider vinegar. So we're going to add in some apple cider vinegar, and then we're going to mix it around. And honestly, like this kind of thing, I just feel like it's easiest to mix with your hands, but do whatever you want to do as far as mixing it up. So just mix it up really well until all the tomato paste and everything is really incorporated well into the meat, so you don't get like chunks of tomato paste. And that now we're adding in that flour mixture that we had set aside. And again, just mix it up really, really well. And then you're going to add that to a casserole dish that has been greased. So this is an 11 by 7. Like I said, I halved this recipe. The original recipe probably would go into a 13 by 9, and you use like 2 pounds of ground beef. So it's a bit pretty, it makes a lot. And this actually made a lot. So you just want to go ahead and just smooth it all out in the casserole dish. And then we're adding on more salsa on top of that, and we'll spread that out. And then we are going to add on these whole green chilies, which I have never bought these before. So I had originally bought 3 cans of these, but I only ended up using 2 of the cans. So these are these ones here. And there's a lot in these little cans. I mean, these little cans are only 7 ounces, but there's a lot. And they're huge. So they come in there whole, and then you want to go ahead and slice them in half. Some of them stayed actually kind of whole, as you can see, or stayed, together, but most of them, once I cut them in half, they kind of fell apart. But you just want to go ahead and lay these on top of that meat mixture. And you just want to go ahead and cover the entire top. Now, like I said, for this particular one, I used 2 full cans of the whole green chilies. I think if you were going to be doing the full recipe and doing like a 13 by 9 casserole dish, you would probably need 3 cans of these. That would have been perfect for this. And then this is going to go into a 375 degree oven, and we're going to go ahead and bake this for 45 minutes. We want to get that meat all cooked. And then this is what it looks like when it comes out. So now we're going to add on some cheese. Use whatever kind of cheese you have on hand. I had Monterey Jack, so that's what I went ahead and used. So I just put all of that on top of there. And then this is going to go back into the oven for about 10 minutes until the cheese is nice and melted and looks like this. So you guys, this was really good. The meat mixture on the bottom, I thought it would be more loafy, but it's not at all. So I was actually didn't want it to be, and I was kind of worried about that. But it actually turned out nice and tender, and it just has a super good flavor to it. Definitely add in that onion powder and garlic powder. I can't imagine what it would have been like without that. I feel like it would have been just a little bit too bland. But this is really good. I would make it again, and I will have the original recipe linked down below.